Hello everyone. Today we begin Unit 1, Number Theory in Math 1046. At this time, you have completed the refresher unit and readiness assessment and have decided to continue with the course. It's great to have you on board. In this video, I'm going to explain how evaluations in Math 1046 are organized, along with setting your expectations for the course. In part 2 of this video series, I will show you where to begin the unit and some tips to finding success in the course. Let's talk about what to expect in Online Math 1046. First of all, there are 5 units of study in Math 1046, and each unit has a duration of approximately 2 or 3 weeks to complete the work. You can expect between 6 to 12 hours of study needed per week to learn and practice the material. Some students might find that they require less than 6 hours, and some students might require more than the 12 hours of study per week. And it depends on your readiness coming into Math 1046. It also depends on the amount of practice that you may need in order to learn new material. Each unit has homework, and you have infinite attempts on the homework in MyMathLab. There is a pretest in each unit, and you have 2 attempts at the pretest, and we always take your best mark for that pretest. And each unit also has a test. Because there are 5 units in Math 1046, there will be 5 pretests and 5 tests. To achieve the credit in Math 1046, both of the following expectations must be met, and I will emphasize that you need both. First of all, an overall mark of 60% or greater is needed in order to pass the credit. Also, a mark of 60% or greater on each individual test is needed. What this means is that there could be a situation where a student has an overall grade greater than 60%, but because they were unable to pass one of the tests, it puts their credit at jeopardy. If you find you're in a situation where you do fail a test, please let your instructor know immediately. And the next step will be to look at your work up until that point and see where your weaknesses were on the test. And oftentimes your instructor will be able to offer a makeup assignment or a makeup test depending on how you're doing in the course up until that time. So if you find yourself in a situation where you weren't successful in a test, just let your instructor know, and then they can talk to you about next steps. Let's talk about the evaluation scheme in Math 1046. First of all, 10% of your mark comes from assignments that are found in D2L. These assignments could be a discussion, could be a reflection, could be a Dropbox assignment, but 10% of your mark does come from your D2L assignments. 30% of your mark comes from the homework assignments in MyMathLab, and you can work on your homework assignments as often as you want to achieve the mark that you wish. So many students find that on many of their homework assignments they do achieve 100%. But again, it depends on how much time you have to put into your homework assignments, and the goal of your homework is just to get the practice you need to learn the concepts. 10% of your mark comes from the pretests in MyMathLab. Again, the pretest, you are able to have 2 attempts if you wish, and we take the highest attempt. You don't need to do the 2 attempts always. If you do the first attempt and you feel that you are ready to take the test and you're happy with your mark, then you don't need to do the second attempt. But by all means, if you wish to do the second attempt, we will take the highest mark from those 2 attempts. And lastly, 50% of your mark comes from your unit tests in MyMathLab. Unit tests are only 1 attempt is given for that. They have a time limit of 2 hours, and most students finish their test well before the 2-hour mark. We like to say that the test is timed for an hour, and we give a second hour in order to look over the test and not have that time crunch. So now that you know what to expect in the course and how the evaluations are set up, let's look now at where to begin in the Unit 1 number theory. And where we begin in every unit is D2L, and I'm going to save that for video 2. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for part 2 and where to begin in D2L.